When I found out I was going to be a parent, I immediately felt a lot of anxiety and worry. So I went on to BetterHelp to try to look for a therapist to help me with that.
My relationship with my family and with my boyfriend and with myself were suffering. I really needed help.
I was ruminating a lot. Really getting those thoughts out to a therapist and getting feedback was just life-changing.
Discover what BetterHelp Online Therapy can do for you. Visit BetterHelp.com today.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories Weekend Edition. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. There's a lot of Instagram news. First, let's talk about Threads, and then we'll get into the Instagram news that relates to the app itself. First, the Threads account on Instagram posted a bunch of new updates that have been added to the platform. They include being able to share a thread to Instagram DMs, keep track of the posts that you've liked on Threads, sort the people that you're following on Threads, and add custom alt text on images and videos for accessibility. Let's go through those one at a time. Let's talk about the ability to direct message a thread on Instagram. So if you see a thread on the Threads app that you like and you think someone that is in your circle will benefit from, and you want to send it to them via an Instagram DM, now you can do that. There's going to be a share button on the post in the Threads app. If you tap on the share button, you'll see the option to send on Instagram, and then you can DM it to the person who you want to share it with. The Threads app also added the ability to see your liked posts. So if you liked something a few days ago, you want to go back and find what it was so that you can share it with someone or repost it or whatever, you can go into your settings and there's an option there for your likes, so you can see what you have liked in the past. The Threads app also added the ability to update the alt text on an image or a video. These are typically used for accessibility purposes for people who use screen readers if they have vision problems or something similar. To do this, you attach a file to a post on Threads, and then you'll see an option that says alt text, and you can tap on that and you can add in your own words describing what the picture or the video is about. And lastly, the Threads app added the ability to sort the people that you're following. In order to do this, go to your own profile in the Threads app, click on your followers to view the list of your followers, and then you can switch from following by tapping sort. And there are 3 different options there that you can sort by: default, latest first, or earliest first. This way you can track your followers. By the way, I want to mention that although I'm not a huge fan of the Threads app, and it seems like Threads updates aren't coming as quickly as we'd like, I recently heard Adam Mosseri talking about the Threads team overall. And he said it's about 75 people, I think, if my memory is correct on that. But the point that I really liked is, and I'm saying this from the vantage point of being a product manager, that's what I do in my normal 9 to 5. I am a product manager. I work on apps and features. He said there are only 3 product managers working on the Threads app. So that's a lot of pressure, number one. And number two, that makes sense why some of these features that we're sort of expecting aren't coming out yet as quickly as we'd like. The one I think a lot of people are waiting for, myself included, is the ability to access Threads on a desktop from a web browser. That is supposed to be coming in the next few weeks. We don't have a definitive date on that yet. I will, of course, keep you posted. However, the most important thing really there is to have access to an API so that whatever you post on x.com or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever can also post to Threads simultaneously, because it is just way too much. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to let Adam Mosseri talk about some new features that have been added to Instagram. So stick around.
This podcast is brought to you by AT&T Fiber with All-Fi. Whether you're into watching horror movies from your basement, watching sports from your backyard, or watching trashy reality shows from inside your car that's parked all the way in the driveway so no one in your family judges you, AT&T Fiber with All-Fi is the best way to watch whatever you want from wherever you are.
Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and add some Wi-Fi square footage to your house. Limited availability in select areas. Go to att.com/hypergig to check eligibility. Coverage requires extenders at additional charge.
Welcome back. Okay, we're going to talk about 2 new updates that have recently been added to Instagram. First is the ability to have multiple collaborators in a feed post, and the second is to have music in carousel posts. These Updates are going to be described for us by the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri. So here's a clip of that.
This week, 2 quick updates on Finally features. A reminder, Finally features are features that we should have launched a long time ago and we are finally now getting to. Also, here back in the United States in the green room. The first feature is improvements to collaborations. Now we've seen more and more creators collaborate not only on Instagram, but online more broadly. And we're adding the ability to collaborate with feed posts with up to 3 other accounts. Previously, you could only collaborate with 1 other account. Also, you can now collaborate with private accounts as well, because private accounts matter. But remember, if you're collaborating with a public account, that content will be public. Second Finally feature, bringing music to photo carousels. So you've been able to add a song to a photo that you posted to feed for a long time now. You can now add your favorite track to a carousel of photos, not to videos because they have their own audio. So check it out. Let me know what you think down below in the comments and what other features you'd like to see us get to sooner rather than later. See y'all next week. Peace.
Okay, let's talk briefly about what he mentioned with respect to having multiple collaborators on posts. I think that's a lot better than, for instance, just tagging someone or a brand in a post. When they accept as a collaborator, it is going to be posted on their page, which is a much better thing than just tagging someone. Someone who gets tagged may or may not decide to share that in some manner. They can't easily repost it in the feed, so they'd have to share it to stories, for instance. There's a lot there. But if you tag them as a collaborator rather than just a regular tag, then they're going to potentially accept that collaboration and share the post, and their followers will see it. So I think that's a really good feature. The music and carousels one also is important, although it's not as interesting to me personally. Okay, that's it for the news portion of the show. A couple things I want to mention. First, I posted a new reel as well as a TikTok describing the new TikTok music app that's being tested in 5 countries, what it will cost when it is released potentially in the United States, and what some key advantages are to the TikTok music app if you are currently an Apple Music or Spotify user. Please check out that video. It got a total of 12 likes on Instagram, which is par for the course with what I've been experiencing with the reach lately. So I would love it if you would take a look at that video and show some love for it. That would be awesome. Additionally, if you are looking for a product manager on your team or you know someone who is, could you please get in touch with me? I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back on Monday for more Instagram news, social media strategy, or other things that I think are really important for you to know.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.